It's me, Teacher Gon. In our today's video, we will talk about how to find the zeros of a polynomial function. When we say zeros of polynomial function, we're trying to calculate or find an input or values of x that can turn the polynomial function be equal to 0. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So we have here zeros of polynomial function, and ang main target natin dito is to use rational zero theorem. We are given p of x is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6, wherein this one is a cubic polynomial function. Now, ang target natin is to solve or to find the zeros of this function using this theorem. So when we say rational zero theorem, ang hahanapin natin dito ay yung value ng p of q, p over q. Wherein, yung p natin, it represents the different factors of your constant term, and the factors of your leading coefficient. Pag sinabi natin leading coefficient, this is the coefficient of your leading term, wherein the term has the highest exponent. Siya yung nadadala ng degree ng ating function. Now, didiscuss natin ito step by step. Ang first step natin is to prepare all the possible factors of your constant term. So, before natin kunin yung value ng ng p over q, for the factors of your constant term, explain ko lang, we have here negative 6. Okay? The factors of negative 6 are 1, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3, negative 3, and 6, negative 6. And to simplify this, guys, and dahil pag factors na sinasabi natin, these are numbers that when you multiply them, it will give you this product. So, example, 1 times negative 6 is equal to negative 6. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. But to simplify, itong writings natin dito ng factors, mapapansin nyo, naduduplicate lang naman sila. So, pwede natin siya i-simplify as positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 3, positive negative 6. And as you can see, we are done with the possible factors of your constant term. And now let's move on with the factors of your q, or the leading coefficient, which is 1. Since 1 lang naman yan, ang kanyang mga possible factors ay ito. Positive or negative 1. Yan lang siya, di ba? 1 times 1 is equal to 1, and negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So dito, mangyayari dito ngayon, guys, ay we will simplify. Ito yung q natin, this is our q. Yung factors ng iyong leading coefficient. Para makuha, ito kasing p of q natin, this will give us all the possible values of x, or all the possible zeros of this function. Remember, yung given natin is p of x is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. Since cubic yung ating polynomial function, we're expecting 3 possible zeros. Meron tayong 3 possible zeros. Okay, na makukuha ang sagot. Ngayon, mapapansin nyo, we have p over q. Pag sinimplify natin to, guys, pag sinimplify natin, maraming pa din lumabas dito sa value of p over q. So, pag sinimplify natin yan, this will give us, mapapansin nyo, diba? Ito siya, diba? This will give us p over q is equal to positive negative 1 over positive negative 1, wherein pag sinimplify nyo yan, this will give you the answer of positive negative 1. And when you simplify positive negative 2 by positive negative 1, ibibigay rin sa inyo ito ay positive negative 2. And another thing, kung mapansin niyo yung pattern natin, since yung ating denominator ay positive negative 1, and ito rin ay magiging positive negative 3, positive negative 6. So all in all, yung mga possibilities natin to get the zeros, ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Meron tayong 6 options. And dapat, makakuha tayo dito ng tatlong possible zeros because we are in the cubic polynomial function. So what is the first step? Ako, basically, I will start with the positive 1. Ako ay mag-start sa positive 1. In your textbooks, and sa Google, pag search ka sa Google, commonly yung ginagamit dito ay synthetic division. But in our case, I'll be using the remainder theorem. If I'm gonna use a value of x here as my input from this 8 possibilities, kapag yung remainder natin is equal to 0, automatic, one of them is a 0 of the function. So I will try to use f of 1. Okay, I will use f of 1. Mamaya ko gagamitin yung negative 1 if hindi ito ang 0 niya. So I will use this f of 1 in which I will copy the given function. We have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x minus 6. Again, I am using remainder theorem wherein if i-input ko tong 1 sa ating given function and this will turn out as 0, automatic 1 is one of the possible zeros of the function. So let's try. This is 1 cubed plus 2 times 1 squared. Again, I'm replacing the x with the value of 1 minus 5 times 1 minus 6. And simplifying these powers or exponents, you can get 1 out of 1 cubed plus 1 squared is 2 times 2, that is 2. Again, 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2. And this one, we have negative 5 times 1. This will give us negative 5 minus 6. Okay? And simplifying this will give us f of 1 is equal to, this is negative 8. As you can see, the remainder here is negative 8. Ibig sabihin, yung 1 natin is not 0. Hindi siya 0. Yung 1. Okay? So let's try another value. After using positive 1, I'll be using negative 1. So tayo natin, f of negative 1 is equal to, I will directly replace, dito lang ako pa wala tayong sign of space. At ito na. We have negative 1. Saan ba tayo? F of negative of 1 is equal to negative 8. So we will stop here. And I'll be using f of negative 1. F of negative 1 is equal to negative 1 cubed. I-replace na natin. Plus 2 times negative 1 squared minus 5 times negative 1 plus 6. Now, itong negative 1 cubed natin, since the exponent is odd, this is equivalent to negative 1. And for this part, negative 1 squared is positive 1 times 2. This will give us the answer of plus 2. And para naman dito, negative 5 times negative 1, this will give us the answer of positive 5 and then plus 6. Okay? So, when you simplify this, your f of negative 1 is equal to 11, this is 12. So, hindi pa rin pwede ito. Hindi pa rin siya 0. So as you can see guys, hindi pa rin 0 yung natin naging remainder. So hindi possible yung positive 1 saka negative 1. So next naman natin na option ay gumamit pa ng third possibility. We will be using positive 2. So we will use f of 2. Replace natin your x here will be positive 2. So replace natin, we have 2 raised to 3 plus 2 times 2 squared minus 5x minus 6. So mapansin nyo, ito na nireplace natin yung x natin bilang 2. So this is negative 5 times 2 minus 6. Ang ating 2 cube, this one is equivalent to 8. Your 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4 times 2. This will give you plus 8. And negative 5 times 2, this will give us negative 10. We have negative 6. So simplifying this will give us 8 plus 8 is 16 minus 10, that is 6 minus 6. So ito na. F of 2 natin is equal to 0. Medyo mahaba yung process talaga ng pagkuha ng zeros. So meron tayo ngayon. Ibig sabihin guys, if f of 2 is equal to 0, automatic yung 2 natin is one of the zeros of the given function. We have x is equal to 2. Ngayon, sabi ko kanina, we have 3 possibilities or 3 possible zeros of this function kasi naka-cubic tayo. So, kailangan pa natin, we are done with the first zeros, with the first zero. So, ang target pa natin is to find the other 2. Pero, hindi na natin gagawin yung isa-isa. Ang gagawin natin ngayon is to use the synthetic division. Okay, gagamitin natin yung synthetic division. Wherein, di ba, we have x is equal to 2. We will use the coefficients of this one. Lagyan natin dito 2. Galingan dito yung 2 natin. And then, get the coefficients of your function. We have 1. We have 2. We have negative 5. We have negative 6. Wherein, by using synthetic division, drop down natin to. We have 1 times 2, that is 2. And then 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 times 2, that is negative, that is 8. So we will subtract 8. We have negative 5 plus 8, this is 3. 3 times 2, that is 6. And negative 6 plus 6, this will give you the answer of 0. Ibig sabihin, this one is x squared plus 4x plus 3. At yung remainder natin ay 0. Kasi nga, yung 2 natin is a 0 of a function. Now, this will become x squared plus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0, wherein we can use the quadratic way on how to solve this. Gagamit tayo ng factoring. Wherein to factor out x squared plus 4x plus 3, the factors of 3 to make it 4, that is x plus 3 times x plus 1 is equal to 0. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So we can use the zero product property to equate each factor by 0. We have x plus 3 is equal to 0, and the other is x plus 1 is equal to 0. Dito, transpose natin sa kabila ito, it will give us x is equal to negative 3. And then, transpose sa kabila, we have x is equal to negative 1. And as you can see, meron na tayo ngayon tatlong zeros of the function. Ito na yung mismo sagot natin. We have x is equal to 2 as the first zero. We have x is equal to negative 3. We have x is equal to negative 1. And the solution here, x, yung zero natin, are this. Ito na. Solution natin ay negative 3, negative 1, and 2. This solution will represent the possible zeros of this polynomial function. So I hope guys na natuto kayo sa first part natin on how to solve or how to calculate for the zeros of the polynomial function. In the next part of our video, magbibigay pa ako sa inyo ng another example wherein same process, medyo mahaba nga lang pero worth it naman kasi you will be able to solve for the zeros of the polynomial function. Now, here's our example number 2. We are given the function f of x is equal to x to the 4th power minus 5x cubed plus 20x minus 16. Now, this one is a polynomial function with a degree of 4, and let's try finding the value of p over q. Again, your p are the factors of your constant, which is positive negative 1, positive negative 2, positive negative 4, positive negative 8, tapos positive negative 16. And as for the value of q, yun yung factors ng iyong leading coefficient, which is 1. So we have positive negative 1. And to simplify, the possible values of p over q, that is positive negative 1, positive negative 2, kasi 1 lang naman to, positive negative 4, positive negative 8, positive negative 16. So ito ngayon yung mga possibilities na meron tayo. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 possible zeros of x. And since yung ating degree ay 4, we are expecting 4 possible zeros of this function. So sabi ko sa inyo kanina, we will use synthetic division. So una kong gagamitin yung positive 1. So I will use positive 1, and using synthetic division, I'll be getting the coefficients of this function. The first is 1, and this is negative 5. And kung ano-notice nyo, wala tayong quadratic term. Ibig sabihin, that is 0. And then we have 20, tapos minus 16. So we will start the use of the synthetic division. Okay, we have to bring down 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Negative 5 times 1, up plus 1 is negative 4. Then negative 4 times 1, that is negative 4. 0 plus negative 4 is still negative 4. Okay? Tama? Negative 4. Then we have here 20. Negative 4 times 1, that is negative 4. We have 20 plus negative 4, that is 16. And we have here 16 times 1, that is positive 16. And adding these two numbers or integers, this will give us 0. As you can see, this is our remainder, 0. Ibig sabihin nito guys, one of the zeros, di ba apat yung hinahanap natin? One of the zeros is itong 1 na meron tayo. So, convert natin to another equation. We have here x to the 3rd power. Since 4 to, mag-minus tayo ng 1, ang maging leading term natin na ito. Then minus 4x squared minus 4x plus 16. Ayan na. And again, yung first zero natin is equal to 1. So, given this function, we can convert this into an equation. We have 0, or gawin natin itong x minus 1. Yung x minus 1 natin ay galing dito kasi equal lang siya sa x minus 1 natin. Okay, x minus 1, and then kunin natin to as factor, we have x cubed minus 4x squared minus 4x plus 16 is equal to 0. Ginawa natin na siyang equation. Ngayon, ang target natin dito, since ito na tayo, okay na tayo sa first factor. Ito na galing yan. We will try to factor out x cubed minus 4x squared minus 4x plus 16 para makuha natin yung 3 other zeros of this function. So dito, kapag meron kayong cubic, I would recommend na gumamit kayo ng factoring by grouping. So we will try. So this is x minus 1. Factor out natin to. I-regroup muna natin. We have x cubed minus 4x squared. Okay? And then plus negative 4x plus 16. I-regroup muna natin. And then, we can factor out something here kasi meron silang common factor which is x squared. So we have x minus 1. Then this is x squared times x minus 4. So, fina-factor out natin to. Itong x squared times x minus 4 natin, it came from x cubed minus 4x squared. And para naman dito, we have, we can factor out negative 4. So, we have negative 4 times x minus 4. So, ngayon, factor out na itong original nating cubic equation. So, as you can see, may parehas. So, we can still factor out this one. X minus 1 magiging times x squared minus 4. Inagsama natin to x squared minus 4. And then since common to, we have another factor which is x minus 4 is equal to 0. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos. We can still factor out x squared minus 4 kasi ano siya, difference of two squares. The factors of this are, so x minus 1 times x plus 2, x minus 2. Ito yung factors nito. Itong x squared minus 4. And then times x minus 4 is equal to 0. As you can see, we have 4 different factors. At sabi ko kanina, we have 4 possible zeros of this function. And right now, we will solve for the values of x. Una, yung first factor muna natin, tingnan natin dito. We have x minus 1 is equal to 0. I-equate natin ito lahat kay 0. We're intapos na natin ito. Ito na yun guys. We have x is equal to 1. This is the first 0. Transpose this to the other side. From negative, it became positive. Next, we have x plus 2 is equal to 0. Transpose this to the other side. Will give you x is equal to negative 2. This is the second 0 of the function. Next natin, we have x minus 2 is equal to 0. Transposing this to the other side, this will give us x is equal to positive 2. Ito na yan. Third possible 0. Lastly, we have x minus 4 is equal to 0. Transpose this to the other side, it will give us x is equal to 4. At ito na lahat yung possible zeros of this function. And to write down our solution or zeros, we can say na we have negative 2, comma 1, comma 2, comma 4 as zeros of the given polynomial function. So guys, medyo mahaba yung ating tutorial but don't worry kasi okay naman yung ating process. So, gamit tayo ng rational zero theorem. Tapos, lista natin lahat ng possible zeros gamit yung theorem na to. And then, eventually, we will use synthetic division. So, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe at i-hit na rin yung bell button for you to be updated sa ating latest uploads. Again, it's me, Teacher Gon. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye!